All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media, and this is the U.S. dollar index report. As we said, we're going to be watching the U.S. dollar here until we see a shift and change in the Eastern world or the Middle East. Okay, so right now, the U.S. dollar is at 96.51, and we said that we were giving the U.S. dollar a target of 96 to 98. Okay, and it's in our target. So we're just watching it now and watching it in our target of 96 to 98 range. Could it go to 97 or 98? Yeah, it could. But right now it's at 96.51, and we're just watching it and watching and watching. And we're also watching what's going on in UK, as they might have a second vote on leaving the European Union or not. We're also watching China. We're watching Vietnam, which is a very solid investment. Actually, Vietnam is gold, as you see on the report I just put out. I say Vietnam is gold. Okay, people are sleeping on Vietnam, and the Lord's going to shock many people with Vietnam. So many people do not own Vietnam currency. So many people are not invested in Vietnam. The Lord, you're going to regret it, because the Lord's going to shock the world with Vietnam. Okay. I'm not going to say any more about that. 96.50 is where the dollar is at right now, and we're just going to continue to watch the dollar and watch it, in the range and it's in our target range, and we're going to watch to see if it starts to fall back down or if it stays in the target range. Okay, now the reason why it's up this high is because of the fear of the UK, the fear of the euro and the UK. So everybody's running to the dollar. Well, let's see what happens when the fear runs out. Let's see if the dollar drops dramatically or if it stays where it's at. Okay. So yeah. So let's see what happens here this week. I expect more breaking news this week. All over the world. So we'll see what happens. Okay. It just says here, what does it say? It says S&P strips AAA credit rating from UK in wake of BRICS vote. Wow. Okay. So a lot of things are coming. Stay tuned, man. Breaking news. There should be a lot of breaking news this week and into next week. Okay. So as the first half of 2016 is coming to an end. Okay. And we're going to begin the second half. Okay. So between the end of 2000, between the end of the first half and between the beginning of the second half, we should see many historic events happen, as like we said. Okay, so we saw the Cavaliers come back from a 3-1 deficit and LeBron James winning the NBA title for Cleveland for the first time in over 50 years, and that was a historic event for the NBA. Then we had the historic event as the UK votes out of the European Union. Okay, so there's more historic events coming. All right. And then we also had the Orlando shooting, which was, quote unquote false flag. But either way, that was another historic event. So many people died in that event. Okay. So we got more historic events coming between now and the first 2 weeks of July. We got historic events that are going to be rising. We need to keep our eyes open, and we also need to keep a watch on the U.S. dollar. Okay, so the U.S. dollar is, and like I told you guys in the video I did maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, that we're watching the U.S. dollar's last rise. It finally came into our target of 96.98. So this is it. Okay, so we're in the target range, and you know what happens when something hits your target range. There's usually a massive sell-off. Okay, so we're watching the U.S. dollar. It might be good for another week or 2 or 3. I don't know. You know what I mean? But we want to also watch what's going on in the Eastern world, because there's a shift in values that are going to be starting to take place. And Vietnam is gold. Okay, that's what we need to know. All right, so talk to you guys later. Eyes open, and check out the report on the main channel. And sorry, I keep hitting this table, man. I don't know why. Okay, so if you guys are hearing that noise, it's the table being hit. So forgive me for that. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Eyes open. Peace out.